set, go. Hi guys. Well, we're back online again. And we really, especially after the few good classes, the Gallantes we made were great. The sausages was a lot of fun. That was a good class. That was really was good. And now we're back online, so we got to make the best of it. We're going to do today. I'm going to review sautéing a lot because I was very surprised. I was very surprised with you guys. We split class. We sautéed some chicken breasts and used some veloute, and you guys were kind of like, huh? The step-by-step thing. So we're going to go over that. Well, we're going to talk again. Once again, I always talk about. How's that look? Right. Chicken stock, which obviously you have this recipe already, maybe several times. But once again, it's something that you should understand and remember very well. Right? Mirepoix, 50, 25, 25. Sachet de spice. Parsley stems. Thyme sprigs. Bay leaf. Crushed garlic. Tonguchu. What's missing? Something's missing. No. That's what's missing, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, we have chicken stock we made. Swing it over here. Right. Very nice chicken stock we made in the other class. So we're going to use that. Look at the color of that. That's really beautiful. Very nice. So we're not going to have to make it. But since we have a chicken to go, what we're going to do is do a pan gravy also. Pan gravy. What's the difference between gravy and a sauce? Can I have the roux, please? Just the roux. Like this roux from you guys. What is roux? Question, what is roux?
Butter and flour.
Yeah, to you. What it is to me is money. Right, if you look at this is 50% butter. You know, it's more than gogi, it really is. That's why I save it all. But the difference between a sauce, which will make a veloute sauce, which will use this roux, we're not going to make roux, we don't have to. But for the pan gravy, we're going to use the gyudum that comes off the chicken to make the roux. It's a little different. It's not as smooth. It's not as silky as a roux, a butter-based roux. But it has a lot more flavor on it. That's for sure. Okay. So what we're going to do? Can you see the chicken? We should actually turn that thing around. You can see this? Yeah. Get down there, right? What we're going to do is take our mirepoix and we're going to put it on the bottom of the chicken here. This is called natural rack. Rack is this is a rack. All right, this is a rack. This is a natural rack. So we're going to keep the chicken above the pan, so it doesn't burn on the bottom. Plus, obviously, this is going to add a lot of flavor to it. Now we're not going to use a sachet de spice in there, but we will add some whole garlic. Give it a handful of garlic. Why? Because it's delicious. Roasted garlic is very nice. Since we're using this in our sauce, you don't have to chop it or crush it or anything like that. Take your chicken. Pull the neck up. Take the wing and you fold it back underneath. Fold it underneath. All right, so it doesn't burn when you roast it. Yeah, sunbathing. Into the oven you go. But before that, we're going to season it. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. I have a tendency of putting stuff in front of me all the time. No pepper, because pepper will burn. This is actually a really nice chicken, by the way. And usually we peel off this fat, but what we're going to do, we're going to leave this fat in here. We want this fat, actually. I'm going to take it out and put it underneath the rack, because that's what's going to be making our roux. Take a good amount of oil. Give it a nice massaging. Settle it down so it doesn't tilt over. A little more oil. And if you swing the camera up to the screen up there, you might have to lift up the camera. You can pick that up and move it. That's fine. It just lifts off. Oven 101, always preheat the oven. I already turned it on already. We're going to use that back oven. Test racks for strength. In the ovens, when you put the racks in there, make sure that they're in correctly, because if you put a pan in there, it tips over, that goes all into the bottom, and that's going to make a big mess, because it's going to be already a hot oven. Right? Place a drip pan on the bottom of the oven. We don't have drip pans on these ovens, but they usually do come with them. Let me scroll this up. Usually there's a pan here, you have a pan in here, but in case something happens, this is very hot, so if grease, skeetum, anything falls on the bottom, you can have a fire very, very easily. Plus cleaning this is very, very hard. These ovens came with no pan, so that's it. The oven that we use in the back doesn't come with this, it's a different style oven, but this is the average oven. Place food in middle and center if you can. If you have two, you put it this way. You don't put it too close to the sides, because when an oven turns on, the flame comes in and it gets very hot on these sides, and then they cool down. So these sides will brown and the top will be white, and it's not cook even. And that's why you have to preheat it too. Temperatures: 350, 400. These are the two standard ones in Western cooking. This one is mostly for meat, roasts, slow cooking. This is usually for breads, cakes, cookies, but it can be used for meat items. But the reason, just remember these two and you'll be fine, because you'll see, you might see, let's say 190. So then you go, okay, it's a little hot, or 350. So you understand it. You just remember these two and you're fine. The 99% cooking is done with this in the hot kitchen, and 99% of that is done in the bakery. So, too good to know. Back over here. You will probably take a walk down there too. So you can unplug the charger. No, put it on there. We're gonna walk down there. Salt, no pepper, because pepper will burn. Salt will make the skin crisp too. Nice crispy skin. This is very, very nice. So put a pretty liberal amount on there. Let's take a walk. Chicken. By now, you guys, I've talked about this several times already. Once again, this is a very good oven. I really enjoy this oven. It works well. Pretty bulletproof. But once again, open it up, let the fan stop, open it up. This has a drain in the bottom, so this doesn't take a drip pan, where these do. These should have drip pans. Never put anything down here either, because this gets extremely hot, because that's where the fire is, just right underneath there. So you never put anything there. Make sure the racks is in correctly. So you always test the racks. This one doesn't have a rack. Well, it does have racks, but we don't need it. If it's in wrong, it's possible. It is possible. It's possible for it to first of all, can't get it out, but it's possible for it to tilt and fall. And if you drop something like this on the bottom here, this is first of all pretty dirty. I mean, it's clean but dirty. A lot of carbon on there and things like that. Plus, you have a fire instantly because of all the grease. Preset to 180. Let's get steam, dry heat combination, thermometer, which I think I showed you this. I never tried the thermometer. Yeah. Put this into a larger roast. I wouldn't really do a chicken. There's really no place to put a chicken. To take the temperature of a chicken, generally you go into the thick thigh area or the middle of the breast. And I'll show you other ways too. You can twist the bones. There's a lot of ways to tell if chicken's done. This is the best way to tell is with a thermometer. This one is okay. This is Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I brought this from the States. I'm more familiar with Fahrenheit, so that's why I got that one. But probably about 15 minutes or so. Then we'll check it. We'll go start our veloute. See, I'm wearing jeans today. It's a holiday. Okay. What's all this here? Mise en place, right? There's many types of sauces. Once again, this kind of reviewing, because I was, like I said, I was pretty kind of surprised how you guys really didn't remember the basic saute steps. Hello, what do we got there?
Your fish delivery online.
Which one?
Yeah. Your fish.
Fish?
Yes.
Oh, good, because we might do a fish stock. Do you have any depa?
Depa?
Depa, or pa?
Opa?
Depa?
Depa?
Do you have some?
Right, really.
A little, that's all I need is a little.
Really?
Can I have
Okay.
some? Thank you. Oh, good. Let's see what Santa Claus brought. Nice. Oh yeah, okay, good size. Fresh. Very nice. Very nice. Checking the gills, look at the eyes. Yeah, we can make a fish stock, part of the sauce class, part of the French classes. It's good for both classes, actually. Can you put that in the refrigerator, please? Thank you. So, what we got going on here, right? The 5 sauces, demi-glace, veloute, bechamel, tomato, and hollandaise, espagnole, and veloute, which once again, this is reviewing a lot. I do have some cheese, so we can do that again. Lyon's really nice. We'll do the Aurora, Amulet. We can do Amulet with brandy, why not? Okay. Once again, you have this information already, so. You can pause it and copy it, but you should have this already. Here, let's get the bottom in there. Let go for a second. Just go there. You can freeze it and copy it. Thank you. Same thing with the chicken stock. You can freeze that and copy that if you need to be. Now, when you do a natural rack, one thing they're all about, you can just put that over there, is the onions and the mirepoix itself, there's a lot of moisture, so a lot of steam will come out of it. So it slows up cooking time a little. It doesn't cook it up as crisp as you want it, but it does come out quite well. And the resulting sauce, the gravy, is very, very nice. Okay, moving on to the veloute. I'm going to swing it over here. I'm not sure, should we turn hey, can we go up to here for a second? Since we have it up here, close up. Now there are two basic ways of doing it. Reduce alcohol, shallots, and garlic, and then add your garnish, and then add the grand sauce. But how I usually do it is saute meat, sweat, garlic and shallots, add the garnish. Now once again, the garnish is not chopped parsley on the plate, it's whatever's going to be in our sauce. Mushrooms, roasted garlic or garlic itself, onions. I got some sun-dried tomatoes, some tomato paste. That's all the garnish. Deglaze, add the grand sauce. Now when we did in class, we made a la minute. That's why I was very confused. You guys remember a la minute? We sauteed, deglazed, and made the sauce, a pan sauce, right? Like a pan gravy in a way. We're using the meat juices for the flavor, right? It's basically the same type of thing. But now we're gonna add a grand sauce. And I think that's what confused the A cult group. They're very confused on that, but it's really the same steps. You season, dredge, saute, garnish, deglaze, finish. It's basically the same steps, right? Add cream, finish with butter. You don't have to always do one or the other or both. I like always finishing with butter myself, not necessarily always adding cream, but we can do both. Adjust seasoning. You guys should be very familiar with this. I was very surprised that the A class was kind of like it was new. So what really changed it is that we're adding a grand sauce, and that might have been confusing. I can understand that. Remember the chinois? And once again, like I said, if I'm doing sauces or anything like that, stainless steel pots are really the only way to go. Anything else is a problem. Now I've been playing with bechamels at home because bechamels I really don't do that much of, which we'll do obviously, we'll do bechamels. Professionally, I never really did much with bechamels, mostly veloutes. That might be my experience, but not necessarily your experience. Bechamels have a lot of place on it. But if you're gonna make we could do like a chicken soup. We could do a chicken. I'm looking at this stuff right here. I see chicken breasts. I see mushrooms. I see mirepoix. We could do a chicken soup very easily with this veloute. With the chicken stock, you thicken that with a little roux to give it some body, not necessarily use a veloute. But pre-made roux. Once again, when you work in a restaurant or anything like that, you're going to make a kilo of roux. Just take some small pieces, warm it up a little. It was in the refrigerator. Nice stock, guys. Yeah, maybe I'll do a chicken soup. Gonna bring this to a boil. What's the run time on that? When we get around 25, we'll just do segments that way. Uploading it takes forever. It really does. Just throw some bay leaves in here. Enhance the flavor. Ow, I got hot fast. Sorry guys, I thought this would be boiling by now. Don't put it in cold, especially when the roux itself is cold. It'll make roux balls. We will strain this, obviously. You should always strain, especially French cooking, any classical cooking, always strain sauces. And little by little. What's good about stainless steel too is that you can scrape the bottom. The aluminum, you really can't do that. If the stock is not cooking, you can get what we call roux balls, like little balls of roux. Let it come back to temperature. You smell that, by the way? Do you smell it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells really nice. This is what I'm saying about online classes. You really can't get that sensory smell here. Now I'm adding the roux, and it's really changing the smell of the chicken stock. Almost like a bread smell, bakery smell. This kind of rubbing you can't do with aluminum pan either. It's not good to do. Now once again, this is a beginning sauce. Veloute is just only the beginning of it. We're going to make, once again, different sauces, but once again we're going to use shallots and garlic. How long does this cook for? Can you add a roux to anything? At least how long? At least 10 minutes. Not a simmer, not a boil. If you overcook it, it will break. It'll turn back to water, turn back to stock. But then you have a lot of butter, oil, and things like that, so you really don't want. Yeah, that's very nice right now. Get a kucha, small one. Or bigger. Called nappe, right? You want it just enough to coat the bottom. You don't want to make it too thick, especially if you're going to use sauces or anything for any reason. You don't want to really make it too thick or too thin. This is perfect. You'll let this cook for a while. Cooking and slide over here to the cutting board. Got chicken breast. Well, we got some garlic from the Mirepoix. We can use some of this. Check out this sauce. Swing over to the sauce. just because you look at it, it's at a nice simmer. So that's what you want. You want a nice slow simmer on it. That's why I say don't make it too thick because you're going to lose through evaporation. Back again. Now, classically, I should show you this. With you guys, garlic is not a problem. It's really not a problem. You guys like garlic, you eat it raw and things like that, but most Westerners really have a problem with it. My brothers do, that's for sure. I'm very surprised when I cook for them. Even though I cook Western food, they go, why you put so much garlic in your Italian cooking and things like that. I like garlic, and I'm used to it in Korea, that's for sure. So, focus down here for a second. Down here. Probably just tilt it down, there you go.